to the Alan Austin Show. I, of course, am your host, Alan Austin. And folks, this week we're going to do something a little different. As you know, the Alan Austin Show is relatively new, and we have covered most of the relevant recent sports stories, but there's hundreds of years of sports to cover that we have not been able to because our show hadn't started yet. So tonight we're going to do the first ever Retro Monologue. Joe Theismann's career is in jeopardy after breaking his leg on a crushing hit from New York Giants linebacker Lawrence Taylor. Theismann doesn't blame Taylor, however. He blames an old theater friend who before the game wished him he'd break a leg. The Buffalo Bills lost Super Bowl 25 in devastating fashion after a missed game-winning field goal attempt by Scott Norwood. Fans, however, are confident that the team will get another shot at the title very soon. The Cleveland Browns have left the city of Cleveland to become a new franchise in Baltimore. It is now extremely unlikely that the city will ever have another professional football team. Modern update, they still don't. In baseball news, Babe Ruth has just been traded from the Boston Red Sox to the New York Yankees. But in other, probably more important and impactful news, La La Lucille is hitting the Broadway stage. Speaking of Babe Ruth, he recently pointed to the stands and seemingly called his shot. However, when reached after the game, Babe Ruth said he was just pointing out a pretty lady in the crowd. Modern update, relations were had, apparently. In movie and sports news, the new action flick Suburban Commando starring Hulk Hogan was met with awful reviews and a poor showing at the box office, which probably means we've likely seen the end of pro wrestlers starring in Hollywood features. Anyway, folks, that has been the Retro Monologue. I've got something special for you today. My unwritten rules expert is here. Horace, by the book Reynolds, is going to discuss the Fernando Tatis Grand Slam that happened on a 3-0 pitch in a blowout game recently, and kind of go over some more unwritten rules in baseball that he feels fans and players alike are no longer adhering to. So here he is, without further ado, Horace, by the book Reynolds. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Horace by the book Reynolds. Horace, you were the first person to contact me when Fernando Tatis Jr. hit that 3-0 blowout grand slam. You're the unwritten rule expert. What's going on here?
Thank you. I contacted every single sports show that's being taped in the tri-state area, and you were the only one who responded to me. Thank you so much for that.
Well, Horace, let's hope this means good things. Go ahead. What's your take on the situation?
First of all, unwritten rules in baseball are so important to how the game is played. If it's a 3-0 count, under no circumstances, if your family's being held hostage and you have to swing at that pitch, you cannot. In that situation, that is the pitcher's pitch to do whatever he wants with it. He can roll it, he can spike it, he can walk it to the catcher. You do not swing at it. That is against the rules. I'm sorry.
Okay. I see you're very passionate about this. Are there other unwritten rules in America's pastime that really you think the fans should be reminded of?
Yeah. Here's one. When you hit a home run, you do not stop to admire it. So many things could go wrong, first of all. It could be caught. It could hit a bird. It could be a pop-up, and you just have no depth perception. And then if you're certain it's a home run, just put your head down and run around the bases and completely avoid eye contact with every single player on the field, because you know what? You don't know what they're going through right now. Okay, that home run might have been the last straw, and that's it. They're going to go on a bender after that. Don't make eye contact with them. Enough is enough.
Wow. Horace, you're very passionate about these unwritten rules. Is there anything else on your agenda?
After the home run, you write a letter, you hand it to the bat boy, and the bat boy runs it out to the pitcher, which is an apology. The note is an apology.
Okay. Well, Horace, I think there's been a great reminder there of all the unwritten rules of baseball. I'm sure there's many more.
And I got a few more, okay? If you do admire a home run or do a bat flip, be prepared to get hit with a pitch the next time you come to the plate. Those are the unwritten rules. That's the biggest unwritten rule, in fact. And you know what? The pitcher is allowed to do whatever he wants for retaliation. Hit you with a pitch, let the air out of your tire, sleep with your wife.
Horace, I wanna thank you for joining us. I'm not sure your unwritten rules are still,
Speaking of sleeping with someone's wife, and here's another one. If your brother Joey marries your high school sweetheart, no one should pass judgment on you when you run across the dance floor completely naked during his wedding.
Horace, I think we're losing connection. I'm not sure. Yep.
And another thing. I know we can't do this right now, but when I'm attending a baseball game and the kiss cam is on me, I'm allowed to kiss anyone in the stadium I want.
Now, Horace, that is definitely not allowed. That is.
Don't let the people at the stadium tell you differently, okay? It doesn't say kiss cam and then tells you who to kiss. That's open field, in my opinion.
Okay, Horace, we'll get back to you during another sports season when unwritten rules are challenged or questioned. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, don't write any of these down.
Of course, then they wouldn't be unwritten rules. Wow. Horace by the book Reynolds, folks. I really don't know what to say about that, but clearly Horace has some stuff to work out. Anyway, our guest this evening is professional golfer Hannah Arnold. Hannah has won 3 professional golf tournaments and is currently in the top 10 on the WAPT Tour money list. And we are going to play a game of Eagle, Birdie, Fore. Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome to the Alan Austin Show, Hannah Arnold. Hannah is a professional golfer, a winner of 3 professional tournaments, currently in the top 10 on the money list for the WAPT, and she's a Texas Tech alum. Hannah, welcome to the show. Glad to have you.
Thank you. It's good to be here. I'm excited. This is my first podcast interview, so I bet it's going to be fun.
The pleasure is all ours here at the Alan Austin Show. We're honored to have you, and we're going to play a game today, Hannah. We are going to play a game called Eagle, Birdie, or Fore. Okay, and I'm gonna run through some rapid fire questions, and as fast as possible, you're gonna tell me if the answer is Eagle, Birdie, or Fore. Sound easy? Okay.
I tend to get a little dyslexic sometimes, so sometimes I might say something but mean the other. I'll let you know beforehand, but I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that. Is that politically correct? I don't know, but I might mix up the words a little bit or kind of like do a little mix match in between. So if I do, I apologize.
No worries. There is no loser to this game, okay?
Oh, thank God.
I am sure you will do just fine. So are you ready to play?
Ready or not?
Birdie or Fore. Here we go. This animal is the symbol of America.
Eagle.
A little blank told me.
Birdie.
The number between 3 and 5.
Fore.
1963 movie, Bye Bye.
Birdie.
Very good.
Yeah.
Someone with great vision has what kind of eye?
Eagle eye.
Very good. Blank the love of the game.
Fore.
Very good. Philadelphia football player.
Eagle.
Yep. Not after, but be.
Fore.
Yep. Twitter's symbol.
Birdie.
Very good. Blank score and 7 years ago.
Fore score.
Perfect. 10 out of 10. You win.
Woo!
You're so hard.
I'm nervous. You can't see through the screen, but I'm sweating.
Oh, you did great. You aced it. Not one wrong. You were so hard on yourself before the game, and you went through with flying colors. Perfect.
Yeah, that's golf, right? Before the round, you kind of sweat. I don't know what's going to be today, and then after you're pleasantly surprised sometimes.
Sure. I've played golf once. I was terrible. In fact, I was so bad that I hit one shot well, and the guy who was in our party was just so happy. He was just like sarcastically cheering me. We didn't know the guy before we went in, but it was a rough day at the links. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your professional career so far? You've won 3 tournaments. Why don't you tell me about that experience and what it's like to win on the professional circuit?
So I started my career in 2015 after I graduated from Tech on the Cactus Tour, and that's just a mini tour in Phoenix, and it's a great golf tour to kind of start out and just get your bearings playing professional golf. I won twice on that tour, and then I won 3 times on that tour. So those are all of my wins have been from that tour, and it's just a great place to be, and it'll prepare your game for Symetra. And then, the idea is for Symetra to prepare you for the LPGA. So it's like a stepping kind of stool to the next tour.
Very cool. Very cool. And correct me if I'm wrong, but on the Cactus Tour, people tend to be a little prickly.
You could say that. No, I'm just, the Cactus Tour is great. I play on the Cactus Tour and the WAPT Tour, right, mainly, but the Cactus Tour is great. You literally see all walks of life on mini tour golf. I mean, the craziest stories I've ever had are from the Cactus Tour. I mean,
Do you want to share any right now?
Yeah, sure. So on our 9th hole during our tournament, and this was at a golf course in Phoenix. The name escapes me right now, but we kind of noticed someone walking. I guess there's like a walk path through hole number 9, so they have to walk right in front of our tee box. There's a guy with a Speedo on and nipple tassels and shoes, and he's jogging on the golf course right past the tee box and keeps hiking out in the middle of Arizona.
That's very distracting.
Yeah, so we kind of noticed it, and at first I don't have the best eyesight. I'm kind of, slightly nearsighted, but I kind of had to do a double take, and the girls that I were playing with, I was like, are you effing serious? Like, what's going on here? And he just jogged right in front of us, kind of waved at us, and kept going on his way. So that's just mini tour golf for you. You just never know what you're going to see out there sometimes.
That's an understatement based on what you just said.
Yeah.
So I'm sure people at home want to know, if they're not already familiar, what does it take to make the jump to the LPGA Tour?
It's basically, the way I look at it, it's scoring average. If you have a low scoring average, it doesn't matter what tour you're playing on, you're going to be successful. If you can go out there and have a scoring average of under par, 70, around there, you're going to succeed on pretty much any tour you play on. So I would say just getting to the next step is lowering your scoring average and just knowing what you have to personally work on to get better each time you play. I mean, it's really, even Tiger Woods in his whole career has changed his swing and changed his mechanics to be better. I mean, he'll win a major and then go and have a swing change because he consistently wants to be his best self he can be. I mean, if Tiger Woods is out there continually getting better, I think that kind of shows that everyone has room for improvement, right?
Absolutely. You said it perfectly. All right, so Hannah, we're going to jump into a segment on the Alan Austin Show we call Out of Left Field. This is a personal view, whether it be a pet peeve, whether it be something you're into, just something out of the ordinary, not your everyday kind of thing that either you have a problem with or you dig. So I ask you, Hannah, give me something in your life out of left field.
Well, a pet peeve, a lot of my pet peeves are kind of personal, but like as in like they're my pet peeves as in towards me. But I guess if I had to say for other people, it would be if they don't put their shopping carts back after they're done like shopping wherever. I don't know why, that just really pisses me off. It's just like 2 shopping carts taking up parking spots. Sometimes I'm super extra and I will like get out in the middle of the road and just go put them back and then park there. I don't care if people are waiting for me. I don't know. That's a pet peeve for some reason. And then for me, I would say my biggest pet peeve for myself is I'm kind of a numbers person. So I guess I'm kind of a nerd. And for some reason, I like if a number is divisible by 6. So for example, if I'm going to get a cart to play golf, the best number I like is 24 because it's divisible by 6. which means it's also divisible by 2 and 3. So it's like kind of a numbers thing for me. And I then I also kind of try to find meaning with cart numbers. So if you get like cart number 200 and something, I'll be like, ooh, that's a good 4-day score. Or like, you just kind of have something fun. It's never anything like I don't just see a card and think, oh, I don't think anything about the number. I'm always thinking about it for some reason.
Those are 2 perfect out of left field examples. You hit the nail on the head. And I just want to say to the folks at home, we took a brief break. My cat was using the litter box, and Hannah with the wonderful joke that he is working on his bunker game. So I thought that was excellent and had to be shouted out.
Yeah, well, we had to let him play through, right?
Had to let him play through. Perfect. Boom, zing. It's just zingers. Well, Hannah, I hope you had a good time playing Eagle, Birdie, or Fore. You dominated. And I am so happy that this was your first appearance on any kind of formatted show on the internet.
No, thank you. This was awesome. I really enjoyed it, and the Alan Austin show is now my favorite show.
I am so flattered that you even said that. Thank you so much. Come back anytime, and we'll talk more. We'll play different games. We'll talk more out of left field. We'd love to have you back.
No, thank you, Alan, for the invite, and I look forward to the next chat.
All righty. Have a good night.
You as well. Thank you. Bye.
There you have it, folks. Professional golfer Hannah Arnold. What a great guest. A lot of fun. If you want to follow her on Twitter and Instagram, it's at HeyArnold789. HeyArnold789. Keep up with all her comings and goings. What a great time had by all, I hope. And we'll see you in a few weeks for the next episode.